first seizure I had was in 8th grade, taking a spelling test.
They can happen anywhere. I've been in supermarkets, I've been at home, I've been in the swimming pools.
I have the grand mal and the petit mal seizures.
Some people looked at me as if I was slow.
I take 3 pills a day, morning and night.
I just wish that they would treat her as she was normal, like if she didn't have a disability, because she's a happy baby and she's beautiful, and other than having epilepsy, you know, she's a normal baby.
I want people to treat me like I'm a regular kid.
My name is Janice and I have epilepsy.
My name is Will and I have epilepsy. My name is Regina and I have epilepsy.
I'm Sherry.
I'm Corey.
I'm John.
And I have epilepsy.
About 2.5 million Americans have epilepsy. It affects people of all ages and all races. Treatment helps most live active, productive lives, but others have more problems. Epilepsy is a neurological condition. It causes sudden, brief changes in how brain cells work. If the brain isn't working properly, it can cause seizures, and seizures can affect just about anything you feel and do.
It's like preparing for the hurricane that's going to come your way and go through your body.
I've pulled the muscle, busted my leg, cut my head open, all the good stuff.
When I get a seizure, usually my hands shake or my legs and I just tremble.
The kind of seizure you have depends on how much of your brain is affected by the electrical disturbance. Your brain acts like a computer, directing the body by sending tiny electrical signals between neurons or brain cells. They switch on and off millions of times a day, but sometimes the neurons fire inappropriately, and that causes seizures. There are basically 2 kinds of seizures, generalized and partial. Generalized seizures happen when the electrical disturbance swamps the whole brain at once.
The seizures make me fall, jerk.
When I wake up after having a grand mal seizure or come to, I would either be lying on the floor or in the bed.
I'm very lethargic. I wake up groggy, I have a headache, and parts of my muscles really hurt.
Other types of generalized seizures include atonic seizures. They're often called drop attacks because they cause sudden falls. On the other hand, myoclonic seizures produce jerks that can affect part or all of the body. Some generalized seizures look more like daydreaming or blank staring.
Oh, pardon?
These are called absence or petit mal seizures.
Her eyes will start to flutter, and at times her head will bob, and she'll become she'll become still for that moment for 3 to 5 seconds.
I space out for 5 or 10 seconds and forget what I'm doing.
Partial seizures have different effects. They can happen when the electrical disturbance begins in just one part of the brain. For example, simple partial seizures can cause changes in sensations, vision and sound, movement, or even feeling, depending on which part of the brain is affected. Simple partial seizures do not affect awareness.
I get a feeling of fear that comes over me, and a feeling of deja vu or something that's happened in the past, and it just kind of makes me sick to my stomach.
Complex partial seizures, on the other hand, affect awareness and may also cause abnormal body movements and shaking. Someone having a partial seizure may look like they are in a trance, and they may say or do things that seem out of place and mechanical. They won't be able to respond to other people during the seizure and probably won't remember what happened during the seizure.
Kevin? 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 Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Sometimes people will get a warning that a seizure is about to begin. They may get a feeling or fear or an odd smell or taste. This sensation is called an aura. Some people may have more than one kind of seizure, while others have only one kind. Each person with epilepsy is unique and experiences epilepsy differently.
Some people have some very strange ideas about seizures and epilepsy. So the more people talk about it, the more others will learn and be more understanding.
I don't think I'm different. I try to experience life on life's terms. I play music, I've taught school.
Maya's a little over 2 years old now, and the epilepsy has really affected her in that she's developmentally delayed. Her last test, she came in anywhere from 10 to 12 months.
Epilepsy is a very, very difficult thing to live with if it is not controlled. It is very, very difficult.
Plenty of people that have told me negative things about the epilepsy, but the only one that has given me a positive focus is my dad.
My philosophy on having epilepsy is that I'm not going to let it weigh me down or hold me back.
Epilepsy is not a contagious thing. It's not a virus. It's just something that some people are born with.
That's right, epilepsy isn't contagious. But unfortunately, most of the time, we do not know what causes it. Some causes are head injuries, strokes, brain tumors, and illnesses that affect the brain. Sometimes there's a family history that may also be important.
But we do know the kind of first aid that people with epilepsy might need when they have a seizure, and they might need your help. So here's what you need to know. Protect them from injury, especially injuries to the head. Remove glasses or other potentially harmful objects. Turn them on one side to prevent choking. Check for a medical ID tag. Never put anything in the mouth. And don't hold the person down because restraint could cause bone or muscle injury. For someone having a complex partial seizure, where they're out of touch with their surroundings, be reassuring. Talk quietly to them. Tell them you'll keep them safe. Explain what's happening to bystanders. Look for a medical ID tag. Guide them away from hazards. And if the person is agitated, stay back, but make sure they're safe. Most seizures are not medical emergencies, but an ambulance should be called for first-time seizures, when someone is injured, pregnant, or has diabetes, or when seizures are prolonged or occur one after the other. The most important thing you could do for someone having a seizure is to stay calm, stay with them, and be reassuring. You've heard about seizures, why they happen, and how to help. You've also met some people who have shown how it's possible to live and live fully with epilepsy. People with epilepsy have the same hopes, dreams, and desires that everyone has. And there are more ways to treat epilepsy than ever before. New medicines, surgery, diet, and vagus nerve stimulation. Living with epilepsy still isn't easy, but given the chance, most people who have epilepsy can live, work, and function in the world just as well as anyone else.
My plans for the future are to see my children through college, work, and have a great life.
Don't tell me what I can't do. Tell me what I can do.
When I grow up, I want to be a firefighter, and I'm not going to let my epilepsy stop me.
We'd like to see her get into school, and certainly between now and then kind of catch up on the developmental delays that she has.
It's a medical condition. If understood properly, everyone in the community can help each other.
I won't let epilepsy limit me. I want to be treated just like everybody else.